Hey, what's up guys? This is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. We talk about investing, and I really wanted to bring this quick late night upload to you so that you can be aware of some breaking news that is super important if you are a Alibaba shareholder, if you're just interested in the whole situation around Baba and Ant Financial and all that good stuff with the Chinese government. So it turns out that Jack Ma, as I figured, despite the hysteria, is totally fine, and he just came out with a video on an official Chinese newspaper for the Zhejiang newspaper, which is in the same province as Alibaba is headquartered and where Jack Ma resides. All right, so again, you can see that in a video posted on Chinese social media, Ma addressed rural teachers as part of one of his charity foundation's initiatives. The annual event, which is usually hosted in a resort city, sees the Jack Ma Foundation celebrate the achievements of rural teachers.
100名老师背后290万名乡村教师的经营。等疫情过去了，我们一定会再找时间把大家的三亚之旅补上。到那时候我们再见面。
And just to give you a quick summary of what he talks about in the video, he just says that it's a shame that they can't see each other in person because of the pandemic, because that would be bad, but and also not allowed. But he's saying that he admires everyone's work and they're doing a great job, and hopefully next year they can see each other and whatnot. End of story there. But anyway, so according to a spokesman, again, Jack Ma participated in an online ceremony for the annual initiative. So nothing too much there except, the fact that he's actually alive and going out in public. And that's a big thing. It gives people a lot of confidence. So that's pretty cool. He's okay. He's not tortured. As what happens with a lot of celebrities and stuff that go through a situation like this with the government, what often happens is they have to pretty much lay low for a couple months. And you can see here that he was actually gone for a whole 88 days, according to this Chinese publication. However, he's fine, and that is going to boost a lot of confidence in Baba stock, despite the fact that, I've been saying this as well, technically, Jack Ma has long retired and does not run Alibaba anymore, but, fact is, he is the face of the business, and if the Chinese government is going to leave him alone, it is a potential sign that things are going to kind of go back to normal, and it's not worst case with Alibaba where the government just keeps clamping down on them and issuing one bad thing after another. If Jack Ma is okay, probably business is going to be okay, right? And I've talked about in previous videos all about the fundamentals and how Alibaba is grossly undervalued compared to any big tech company out there in the entire world, and deserves a much higher valuation, 300 plus, if not 350 to 400. So it's definitely a welcome boost. And you can see here that trading in Hong Kong based off of this news has been through the roof, and it's currently up. Last time I checked, around 8% or 10% was the high, and on that basis it is trading at a US dollar and American depository share of around a value of around 270. So the closing price of Baba after trading today was 251. So that is a lot of upside for Alibaba if it does open up at that price. And I'll go ahead and show you quickly the technical analysis as far as where it's headed and how we got here from the price action. All right, as I discussed in my last video with Alibaba, you can see that it has made a pretty complete head and shoulders pattern here, which generally, kind of signals sort of an end of a bearish downtrend potentially, as long as it hits a nice resistance and bounces. And we certainly saw that. So you see that when it dropped on the bad, Jack Ma news and the Ant Financial and the Monopoly news and all the, negativity, all the stuff about the US delisting, which was clearly not true. You see that it hit a very key 211 support area right here on high volume, and then, that volume carried it into a bounce the next day. and you see that was a key level back in June, July. Okay, that 211 level, you see a lot of support there. And so from there, you also had a very, very low RSI, which was another great indicator for nice upside buying opportunity potential. And lastly, if you zoom out the BABA chart over a longer period of time, you're going to see that 211 was, pretty much on the money as far as this line of support here. Whenever it hits that line, signals a near-term bottom and bounces. Okay, kind of hit a little bit below that. In this one instance here in recent time, of course, that was the depths of the virus, so that was pretty exceptional. But other than that, that line has been very, very solid. So a lot of support here, a lot of buyers, new buyers, panic sellers, get the heck out of here. And everyone that's on the BABA Bull train, let's go. Okay, BABA Bulls. As we saw in HK9988, it is very likely that this bullishness is going to continue into the US markets. As of this recording, it's in the middle of the night, but by 9:30 Eastern, I think pre-market, I think BABA will probably, on the exchange basis and the common shares to ADRs, it's looking something like potentially, if it holds up, a 270 open thereabouts. So gapping all the way back up to kind of this zone right here. Okay, kind of this little consolidation here. And 270, that's kind of pushing, this resistance right here as well. So if we break that, 270 price point, right? Your next target would kind of be more moving up here, right? Going back to that 300 level, and that's very interesting, okay? All right, guys, so staying true to my word, right? As I talked about in my previous video, I did buy a 220 strike price January 22 call option for $43.85. So $4,385 was my initial investment. Right now it's a market value of $6,000, and potentially, if things hold up in the AM, I think this is probably going to somewhere around $7,000 to $8,000 per contract. So that's going to be a really great gain at that point. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. We'll see how it opens up, but I am thinking for sure I do want to continue to hold this if this is obviously going in the right direction. And I could definitely see BABA trading at something like a $300 per share by the expiration date, or if not $350. So that would be, a value on this call option would be over $10,000. So there is still a lot of upside in this long-term call option. We'll see how it goes. But either way, if you joined me on this trade or you got shares, well done. All right, so with that being said, I hope that was informative and a nice update for you guys that are in Alibaba stock, or you're interested in the stock after what seems to be a move in the right direction as far as sentiment and something to calm down some shareholders here and boost the stock price back up. Again, I talked all about the fundamentals in a previous video, more than one video on this channel. So do check those out if you are interested in about the financials and the valuation, all that. But I think, just to sum it up, this is a tremendous growth stock with a really low valuation compared to all of its peers. A 20-something PE, it's incredibly low for a 30% revenue growth type of company. And with the Chinese economic data that's been coming out too, especially the GDP growth in Q4, it was phenomenal. So Chinese stocks, I do believe, are going to perform very well in 2021 here, and none more so than Alibaba Group.